All right, folks, welcome to today's video. Let's keep this short and punctual. This is going to be aimed towards, I guess, the coalition and my own fans. Thank you for supporting me for such a long time through playing Gears and, yeah, creating videos. I want to make this very clear that for a good year plus, we had a great time making videos, and we had a great time looking at developer streams, having good conversations, chatting on the forums, having Q&As, running community events. It all went really well. In fact, it went so well that developers used to watch my Twitch streams and videos. They would message me to pencil in meetings about my videos and discussions. A few developers would purchase gifts, games, skins, operation bundles, etc. Keep the vibes up on the stream, all that good stuff. So, look, I'm not saying I was some perfect person and I'm the holy grail of Gears of War. I'm not arrogant in that sense, but I do believe that that does show a very clear intention that if I wasn't even been good, I wasn't been a hindrance. I don't think a developer would waste time and money on me if I was being a complete arse and a complete hindrance. So very clearly throughout my time playing the game, I've been an active, useful community member. I'd also like to point out on my forum account, Z_I_, if you are to sit down and look at every single post I've made, they've all been constructive, careful feedback. I think I've had 1,000 likes, and I've never received one message, infraction, or comment from a moderator or forum, I guess, user telling me that I was out of line, out of touch, etc. Basically saying, hey, you need to stop that, you're going too far. So, in fact, throughout my entire journey of Gears, I've never been told once, hey, stop that, or hey, that's not cool, or hey, back off. It's always been really well received. And as a user that obviously can't really connect to the studio, if you keep getting positive feedback for the stuff you do, you carry on doing it. So I want to make it obvious and perfectly clear that it was all going really well. In fact, I think we had some quotes that I raised the bar for feedback in terms of Gears of War, and we had a quote from Dana that I made his job easier. So I certainly wasn't a hindrance. So let's chat. Let's just switch screen, and I want to just tell you what's gone on. So a few people have probably wondered what's happened, what's been going on. Well, around about sort of February, early February, I was suspended from the game, and I've never been told why. I'll get into that in a second. However, I have waited 10 months, and it is now September the 11th. 5 days ago, on September the 11th, I received a message, and it said, I'm sorry, our response times are severely delayed due to a number of tickets, but our team is working as quickly as possible. Number one, I have the utmost respect for people that work ticket services, community, all those kind of stuff, fast food, waitresses, all those kind of service jobs are really important, and I think they do an unsung job, and I will never, be rude to anyone like that, or anyone in general that's doing a job, right? The issue is here that I feel like 10 months is somewhat unacceptable for a length of time to respond to a ticket where somebody's actively not being allowed to play the product they purchased, actively stopped from streaming inside of the Gears 5 section, actively stopped making videos, and generally just a full, I guess, blanket ban across all media. That's pretty big for a YouTube and content creator. It's a pretty big statement to make to somebody, and to make it with no information, no words, no nothing is quite a big thing. And then to wait 10 months to be told, you can check out your ticket here. Now, no, if I go and check, I get brought to this page, and no matter what password I put in, whether maybe it's related to my Gears account, which is now suspended, whether I make a new account, I will never ever be able to sign in. I don't know if this is your end been broken or your end stopping me, but I can't view my ticket. So that also doesn't help. And judging off reading it, there probably isn't anything in the ticket because it is simply an update telling me that we're going to do another update at some point. Also, this has been an ongoing problem. If you look, I think the latest thing was January. Everything else is before January the 12th. Every single thing you want to look at is 5th of August 2020. 3rd of December, need investigating. December, need investigating. This Trello board that was built up to be like this community thing where people tracked and explained issues is simply not updating. And this isn't because TC Sarah has been fired or left. I don't know what the situation is, because this hasn't been touched since January the 12th. And there's just been this reoccurring theme of literally not telling players what's going on. And the reason I'm obviously mentioning that is because it exacerbates the problem that I've got, that I can't even play the game. So the people that run the board seem to be TC Azura, not sure who that is, TC Sarah, currently not working on the company, I believe was left or fired, I don't know, and TC Kilo, who has been removed with no explanation. Now, I want to explain, if I just jump back to full screen here, I just want to explain the situation in the most clear, concise way I can. Number one, I don't think my ban was correct. Number two, I think the way you communicated it was wrong. And number three, I think I at least deserve a private explanation. I have no intention of playing the game. In fact, sadly, I've missed the entire final development of the game, missing all the operation, patch notes, balance changes, content drops, until now that the game has been announced to cease its production, its development, and it's finished. So I've missed the entire cycle of Gears 5, which is a shame. So I don't really have any intention of playing, so I'm not making this video to say, please unban me, I want to play. It's just, I want to just raise the situation for one final time, because I've actually never spoken on this, and I haven't given an update because there hasn't been one for 10 months. So there's two lines of thinking here as to me. I guess we could have three. Number one, the line of thinking is, I have no idea why I was banned and still remain banned because I've never been told. And lines of thinking 2 and 3 can be pure speculation. Pure speculation number 2 is I retweeted an image from the Gears of War developer and asked the question, would this skin be the new Gears of War Horde boss? Now, obviously, when you retweet a picture of an animal, the new Horde boss cannot be Marcus and an animal, and it was very clearly a joke. Now, I don't know how jokes are perceived. We can see that if we look at the new Caitlyn skin, we can see that the own developers tagged the Caitlyn skin as Edgy Kate. So I think the studio understands where some things are jokes and some things aren't. So I was 100% making a joke about, can a skunk be the new Horde boss? So you can think of it what you want, but that's the honest truth. That's the God's honest truth. You can put me on a lie detector if you want. Number 2, or I guess number 3, the second or third way of thinking is what I think is the most probable reason for the ban, and it's to do with TC Sarah, who no longer works here. I was in a discussion on my own profile with 0 developers tagged. I was just discussing on my own private little platform about how I don't feel violence is caused by video games, which is what one of the Gears of War developers insinuated heavily through their liked tweets, and I disagreed. Now, nobody was tagged, mentioned, or contacted, yet TC Sarah jumped on my page and began a sort of barrage of attacks about how I should, paraphrasing, pretty much shut my mouth, only listen to the support Gears of War, stop reading, stop thinking about these things, and if I've basically got nothing nice to say, don't say anything, and if you've got any more problems, go and follow the official Gears account. This made no sense because I'm effectively talking on my own about how very clearly scientifically proven studies have shown that violence isn't caused by video games, and I feel as Gears of War, the franchise, the infamous chainsaw, probably should know that. And we had a little bit of a, shall we say, rubbed shoulders. And that was that. That was my one interaction with TC Sarah. And within a few days, I think it was a few weeks, I tried to sign into the game and I was pinged and it said I'm banned. And I asked again, didn't tag anyone, just on my own status. I said, hey, has anybody else got this issue where they can't sign in? Because I obviously thought it couldn't possibly be a suspension because, well, I've not done anything. So I presumed it was a bug, an issue, an error. And within 5 minutes of me tweeting, hey, what's going on? TC Sarah, who again wasn't tagged, wasn't mentioned, no Gears of War account was, tweeted the following, that to paraphrase and speed this up, basically, if you're a horrible, basically piece of shit that harasses and abuses and is an awful person, you'll never be allowed to play Gears of War. Now, I didn't know she tweeted this because I don't follow her. I didn't tag her and I wasn't looking for it, but I started to get tweets and mentions that, hey, just as sort of you've tweeted about your suspension, this support account is also tweeting this. And they put 2 and 2 together, and 2 and 2 together equals 4 for a lot of people. And then I had 6 months of the entire Gears of War community abusing me because they thought I was some sort of horrific person. It got so bad that they were messaging friends and family, and I even had to contact legal advice. You can, if you really want, you can look at the emails of me chatting to well, the counselling people I was talking to, because I was getting so much abuse off this that she had started. Now, this person no longer works for the company, but I'm still dealing with those effects from what that person said. And I'd just like to put it on the record that that ain't right. And that's my update. So I can't contact TC. They don't listen to me. They don't talk to me. So if anybody wants to post this to the forums, to Reddit, to Twitter, tag them, they can do, to share it. I wanted to just put this out there as an update because it's the first update we've got in 10 months. So yes, you have really, really massively affected me. And I hope you take this with the correct approach and the correct seriousness of what I believe one of your members of staff put me through with that quite seriously slanderous tweet that was very clearly indirectly aimed at me, which is why the whole community believed it was about me. Now, I want to make it clear that, again, I have no intention of playing the game. I'm actually over the whole thing now. It's whatever. It's water under the bridge. But I want to put it out there that it's wrong and it wasn't an enjoyable period of time. And I'm still dealing with the effects of, I can't stream Gears, I can barely talk about Gears, people like shun me, etc. So this isn't about, oh, boo-hoo, I can't play the game. I have no intention of playing the game. It's literally nothing to do with that. Like I've always said, if I really wanted to play the game, which is something I really should mention, I could do. I could get a VPN, I could make a second account, and you, as the coalition, would never have a clue who I was playing. But what I did do, and here is just a point to showcase kind of what a person I am, I actually made a new account, and even on the same IP address, it let me play the game. Now, as a person that is kind and cautious and wants to always better the Gears franchise and be friendly, what I actually did was I played one singular match to see if this account would work online, because I thought, well, if they've banned me, they probably don't want me playing on another account. The account actually worked, and instead of me hiding the account, getting a VPN and playing and making videos, what I actually did was I gave the account name, the time of day that I played, and a screenshot of the match to TC Shawnee, and I said, hey Shawnee, I understand I've been banned. I'm not sure why. I'd just like to make it clear I'm not evading your ban. This is an account that can currently play online. I want you to check if this is a mistake or am I allowed to continue to play? And there was no response. I was ignored, except within 23 minutes the account was banned. Now, you tell me if that's a little bit unfair and suspect. That I am doing my very best to get some communication. I'm even handing the account on a plate to your support staff, and once again banned with no communication. It's not right. It's very, very, very much soured my love for the franchise. It soured the reputation of the game for me. And I know a lot of people personally, even big streamers, that messaged me and said they no longer play the game because of the way I was treated. Now, I'm not saying, oh, you know, I'm this big important person, but what I want to say is that your actions have impact, and do not underestimate how treating somebody so unfairly and shittily can have a knock-on effect. Thank you.